Hi, Joel.
Hi, Sticky. Have we recovered from the 30 minutes of email reading?
You think was that as bad? At least we were ranting over it in comparison to the ranting over Mark being like, yeah, I found out that if I drink my own piss and drink booze through my asshole, it would give me a high that allows me to reach the second tier of chi or whatever.
I mean, that would have been more interesting than the fucking tea shit. Email's definitely not as bad as the Mark monologue, but still, let's get to the fucking action.
Off we go.
So now we are going off to bring the party to see Vella.
So we can climb inside her head.
We climb inside of her. Wait,
What? You don't want to be in...
You don't want the inclusion of that cutscene with Claudio and Chandra and Hybarxy and Asuka, it makes this incredibly confusing. That was very badly placed.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like... I don't know. It feels like they didn't think it through very much. They just needed to put it somewhere, and yeah, look what I discovered. The ball appears to be a little bit... Well, it's actually a completely round model, although if you actually look at it, it doesn't look anything like the other models in this game.
Yeah, it's modeled too realistically. The lighting on it's too cool.
Too cool? I was gonna say it's a little too smooth looking, considering Alex is such a little... Like... You're the one parked in front of the arcade, dickhead.
I asked the others to stay back when I spoke with Vella myself.
Why is there a shadow inside of his head, or his mouth?
I walked across the chewing gum and popcorn-covered floor. I imagine
there's definitely a rendering error going on with the shadows in this scene. His arm.
Or Legend of Please Forgive Me. I wondered how many other people I'd have to say I'm sorry to before I found Sammy. If that's even where life was.
I don't know, Alex. Maybe you should start reading the room and also the objects you pick up.
Maybe also you should just apologize in general because you act like a twat.
But the more time that passed between meeting
Maybe you have to admit that you're a twat. Get a job. Start helping.
Maybe your shirts that say "Sorry, I'm a twat," and not "Keep on and color on" or whatever. For a second, I thought Vella was going to interfere and be like, "What are you doing?" But no, he was just wonky.
In my infinite arrogance and constant thinking of myself, I
didn't look at the record at all.
I had no idea you created it.
Why am I on the cover? He says.
So basically, if you'll still be my friend, I'd very much like that.
Okay, I accept.
Okay,
Open your eyes, Alex.
Another not enough of a talk sprite issue.
Just let it go.
Look, I made 2 more friends.
Rory. New friends? Hey, new friends.
It was easier than I expected. Now, to convince her about getting the record.
How do I manipulate this woman? Hey, instead of
I introduced her to Claudio and Chandra.
all of that pointless bullshit with Mark, what if instead we had another 10 minutes of the party talking?
Rory talked about his sister.
What if instead of Alex fucking...
Sorry, I want to listen to this conversation. Why is he doing a cat girl pose?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like this is like an in between state of the model that didn't follow through on the animation.
Yeah, cat girl Alex, complete with beard, is something I'll have to draw, isn't it?
I suppose.
So, I was wondering...
I should try to figure out how to draw these models accurately. Maybe I could make my own shitty little frames and make some bad memes.
I made a record. Pretty simple.
Can you tell us why a record jacket from the album you made in another reality that was set to be released next year was found in this reality?
I have no idea. You do realize I left that reality behind intentionally.
Just casually talking about this in a public restaurant with other people around.
That old man on the left there is like, man, kids do some weird drugs these days.
Wonder where they get them from.
And then he takes a hit from his meth pipe.
For puzzle pieces where there is no puzzle. You're talking like there's some cosmic plan.
There is.
What
It's
exactly
Alex's.
do you think is going on here?
It's just... It's all so weird. Sammy disappeared.
It's
and me
weird,
and
Vella. It's weird.
I'm yeeking out.
Fine. If it will make you stop sulking, I'll go with you into the mine dungeon. I'd like to know why my record is here myself.
I'm a little confused.
There's another tiny error on his model. If you look at his left arm when he's doing his sad pose, there's a couple dead pixels that shouldn't be there.
Think about always end up on our minds.
I'm sorry to be constantly nitpicking. It just it bothers me.
Sammy and the records need, but sure, I've got nothing else to do. Let's get inside Bella's head.
Okay, just keep your hands to yourself while we're in there, boys.
Oh, Vella.
It's creepy
I
enough.
wish
Don't
you
say
spent
it,
less
don't
time
say it, don't
expositing
say it,
Wikipedia.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I believe in you. You're strong.
I'm trying not to make the comment. The innuendo, it's so obvious.
We've got to restock on all of our junk food before we climb into Vella's brain.
That way we can eat 19 burgers.
19 burgers all at once.
After
Why
having
does this
the-
pizza pasta
By the way, I
place
ran
sell
out of
single
money. I don't know
cheese
if you
slices?
noticed. Sorry, what?
Oh my god, you did. Why does this pizza pasta place sell individual cheese slices?
I don't know. A meme, I guess. Hey, how come those pizza ovens literally just have the pizzas on fire? I'm just counting my food quantity and being like, do I have enough?
That is a really funny way to do a pizza oven.
Mm-hmm. Fire emitter. Dun, dun, dun. Dun,
So where do we... Oh, we have to get to a phone to go into the mine dungeon. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay.
dun. So I'm wandering
I was
off
like,
to
where
find
wait,
one.
where the fuck are we going? I do think it's cute that that construction zone over there is just like a little tutorial for your various fucking block clearing abilities.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it's all just HM cut with a different face.
Mm.
In we go. Showering frequently can temporarily remove body odor. I don't know. Don't tell the Smash players that. Oh, that's
So
the
would
other
you
community I've been regularly punching. Sorry, what?
Would you consider this the Vella's mine dungeon as one of the best so far in the game?
Well, yeah, the vanilla. It's just a good dungeon. It actually has like a fun design. It looks interesting. My only problem is this bizarre Valhalla cameo where they clearly didn't get the Valhalla people to write the dialogue, so the main character doesn't speak correctly. Yeah, we gotta find all the different versions of Vella to convince them to go on stage so we can get the song. Also, these Mega Man ass knockoff guys sitting around. I think I'm in love with you. So I could have immediately gotten the skateboard here because you throw Panda in front of it to knock them down. I just didn't remember. So I was momentarily like, what do I do again to get the skateboard? It's a shame, but I won't figure it out until the end of the video. Mister, I'm serving another customer right now. Please come see me later. By the way, stay away from the exit. So A, Jill wouldn't call them Mister. She'd call them Sir. B, she wouldn't stutter out the gate. Something would make her stutter by alarming her. This is another character from, I want to say it's like called 2046. I don't know. I never actually meaningfully played it. I owned it and never went very far. It's supposedly an okay game. I can't say anything about it. It's just the references in Vella's head for some reason. Hey, look.
What? Hello? Hello, new enemy models and this sick-ass track?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And this guy.
And this fun new background and zone. Also, I think this is the one you need to draw, Soul Survivor Y.
The one I need to draw.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to be busy with the other one we're going to see in here. I think she might be the icon for this episode, but I don't know. There's some contenders this time.
I quite like the monochrome style, except for the blue lipstick. It's very striking.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Also, why is the what? It's with the flute on this track.
I don't know. It represents Alex's innocence. I'm imagining like a full band playing, and then like a little gnome comes out and starts playing the flute,
Yeah.
and he's like really
It's a-
rocking it too, like dancing all over the
It's a
place.
little gnome, Alex.
By the way, I forgot to give Vella cards.
Oh no. Ah.
And look, that guy starts up his auto attack nonsense. Goodbye, Vella.
I guess it doesn't really matter because that isn't what they were going for, but it doesn't make sense that the Soul Survivor ladies would be Y and the pretty boy would be X.
What do you mean?
The
Oops. You didn't see that? Oh, because of, like, the genders or whatever?
Oh, yeah. That's not what they weren't even considering that, but that's my brain. My bad, the shitty brain.
I don't know. You're just being weird about chromosomes again. By the way, these guys also drop Stardust.
Oh, that's really useful.
How do you, maybe they're all trans or something? Would that make you happier?
I'd accept that answer. I like that answer.
Bang 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 bang.
The fella's brain is full of gender.
For some reason, so her head's full of soul survivors.
Which is very strange, considering the fact that we normally don't see them like this. Like the only one we've seen before is the Soul Survivor X, and he showed up once and
yeah, he was in a side dungeon. So, it appears we've found their origin point.
Can't believe Michael has 1 health.
But he's rocking it. He's still alive. Yeah, this fight's not going well, by the way. I think I might have to, like, back out or something.
It's because of all the money you lost in the mountain, and you did not get to recover it properly at any point.
Well, it's mostly I just fucked up. I should have had Vella properly equipped. Also, that was a bad time to use Dragon Blade. I should have just had him go in with next Sunday. Bye, Alex.
Bye, Alex.
Good timing for Panda Barrier, though. Panda being more useful than Alex again. I will say that one of my complaints with this game is I feel like all the enemies move too fucking fast. Like, it feels like they get to act so much more than the base party. I don't like that. It feels wrong. I get it as, like, a sometimes thing, but, like, these girls are acting at it. Oh, yeah. That's why I never finished this fight. Because for some reason the game crashed again. That's the second time.
This one isn't as like narratively cool though.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a pass, despite the fact that this game is filled with glitches and errors, because they are in fact a smaller indie team, and I don't expect them to be able to catch literally everything. That would be unreasonable. Overall,
especially if they're adding entirely new engine rules into a game they had already built.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like the game is constantly breaking and I'm falling through the floor or something. It's not like their game that's on Alex's shirt where, hey, look what I did.
No, you wrong save again.
It's not like that game that's on Alex's shirt that was supposedly extremely glitchy. Also had plagiarism in it.
Oh, no.
If I recall correctly, they had a chiptune version of a Shadow of the Colossus track.
Of all things.
I mean, Shadow of the Colossus is good, but you're not allowed to just do that. That's not how that works.
Alright, now do you immediately stop and give a thank God?
Yeah, I was like, I gotta figure out how to wiggle my cards around. Start pondering card layouts. Who matters, who doesn't matter. It's probably a mistake to not be generating more XP with the party, because XP good, but I feel like I've been generating enough.
I think I'd be more concerned about money generation. You gotta get worried that Alex is gonna start stuffing his face with bills again.
I immediately think to myself, well, Chandra's not useful, so... I don't know why I handed her all 3 of the XP cards. I'm sure there's some, like, plan where Chandra becomes useful, but considering all of her stuff is weird support crap, and this is not a party of 4, it's a party of 3, I ain't got room for this, homie. I have to have Alex, so I've only got 2 choices, and, like, I can kind of see...
gonna be Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I could see, like, Claudio and Vella, or Rory and Claudio, or Claudio and Michael, but I don't see Chandra fitting in anywhere because it's Chandra. Oh, by the way, different encounter.
Oh my god. It's
And
a
look,
baby again. I don't
B-girl
like the baby.
Vella.
I love B-girl Vella. She's so cute. Look at that.
Would
She's
you rather be the one to draw B-girl Vella?
I don't know. I don't know right now. But she's so cute.
I
I
know.
made her so cute.
She is. She's super adorable. Unfortunately, she's a lot like Shitty OC, so she just acts very fast and constantly hits you. With the added detail that she has an exceedingly low chance to be hit, like some kind of high evasion stat.
Oh, that is obnoxious.
Well, the answer, I don't figure it out till later, is that Alex's LP toss, being a multi-hit, almost always hits and kills her. So that's what I should have been doing. But I won't realize that right away.
You got excited about the gun.
Well, I first thought,
Baby.
the baby must die. Kill the baby, kill the baby, kill the baby. YouTube, I mean that in the video game.
Kill the baby in Minecraft.
Kill the baby in Minecraft.
The baby is you.
I'm having a baby and the baby is you. God damn it, Toll. We have to stop mentioning Homestuck every fucking episode.
I didn't even try the last time. The game mentioned Homestuck.
Okay, but then you brought light to it, and this time is your fault. It is usually your fault.
You knew this would happen. You knew this was a risk.
Yeah, 4 years. 4 years of Homestuck references.
Hey, for like 3 of those years.
Don't
That's
say
not
that.
my
Don't
fault.
don't reveal that piece of information. I'm gonna bleep all of that.
You're just gonna get a real long beep as I air your fucking crimes.
Yeah, it'll be Luigi reading the Torah. This is me just trying shit, being like, why can't I hit them? Why can't I hit them? B-girl Vella, no. Die. Bam. They're actually quite dangerous, as you can see. Once I figure out that LP toss is the answer. But at this moment, I'm just panicking, being like, oh, by the way, they're called Bella, which is hilarious.
Bella, that's so cute. Vella, I need to understand, why are there B-girls of yourself in your brain?
Yeah, there's no weird Alex copies in Alex's brain. You can see me thinking, going, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Why can't
Claudia,
I
save me. Save me
why
from
can't-
the B-girl.
Why can't I hit this fucking B-girl? Luckily, Panda can take quite a few hits.
Luckily, Panda actually has a use in this different version of the game.
Finally got a hit, but now it's only bleeding, which means I still gotta take a hit before it turns into a skeleton. Also, it appears they just always don't get hit by AoEs. Finally, I skeletoned them. So weird just seeing Jill in here for some reason.
I mean, it makes sense that they're like, oh yeah, we should put the Valhalla bar somewhere in the game, so we should put it in the mine dungeon that's based on like a music club. That makes sense.
I
But
feel
what?
like I have to go play. I have to go play Valhalla and record footage of the fucking YIIK crossover where a Vella and an Essentia cosplayer shows up and starts talking about the game like it's the biggest fucking thing ever. Like it's literally bigger than Undertale ass.
Oh,
It's such a funny experience. I definitely have to like play through that and show you when we're done this. Oh, it's something else, Toll. It's really funny because it's also another case of I don't understand the point of the crossover in that, because it's not even like Vella and Essentia somehow fell through the world and ended up in Valhalla, a la the magic nonsense of YIIK, and then Jill's just like, oh great, there's crazy people. They're just cosplayers going to a convention?
Yeah, I think that Jill would just be like, well, I was talking to a dog yesterday, so whatever.
Yeah, this should be normal. Oh yeah, look, the poke flute, but instead of playing it, you just jab him. Instead of a Snorlax, it's just a fat guy who's apparently
Bella's
Bella's
dad.
Yeah.
I actually quite like those little guy. No, not again.
Little blob guys. No, this time
I
it'll
like
go
little
fine.
blob
I'm starting
guys.
to figure it out. Also, we get this track that I really like.
No, don't say that.
Base drop.
No, quick, put on this skimpy Vella costume.
Like, no, I will only wear the Vella Bee girl costume.
Alright, that can be arranged. I'm a bisexual. I'm not a furry, but bee girls are fine. Does that make me a... What would they call themselves? A burry? A chittener? Chitiner?
No, I think you're just still a furry.
No!
Yes, you are a furry.
I'm it, no, I'm not. Fuck you.
Yes, you are.
You can't make... oh yeah, then you're a furry.
I have accepted that fact. You're the one who's in denial.
Damn it.
You can't turn this on me. I draw cat girls.
Well, cat girls aren't furries. They're only 10% furry. It's not a majority furry.
Chester Cheeto.
Look, for some reason Sammy's in her head.
Making some soup for dinner?
Or are there two of them and one of them less
What the-
hinged than the other?
Well, that one's clearly meant to be mom. And no, I don't have any context for this. It's just something weird inside her head. I never was able to piece together what it meant. Essentia claims that, by the local recording room, that Vella and Sammy are both interlinked with Essentia, and they're all like the same person. But Essentia later proves that this is clearly false and nonsense. So I'm not even sure, really. Look, it's Beethoven. Momentarily terrified because I realize it's dealing damage to me, and I'm like, no, it's gonna eat all my health items, no. And look how much damage it did. And it does damage to the whole party.
God, that's so bad.
Uh-huh, it doesn't even just get the front runners, it gets everybody.
I mean, it is a giant, terrifying hand.
I know, that's true.
That
but
would fucking kill you.
I still do not like this. It ate so many of my healing items. Why is his head hollow on his shadow?
Modeling.
Oops. 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 Oops.
You got stuck.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Luckily,
no, and you broke the can. Oh, thank
I was
God.
able to fix it, luckily. Oh, look, it's Vella Balloon.
Oh no, I do not like Vella Balloon. Why do they keep putting balloons in?
Yeah, so you're saying you don't want to draw Vella Balloon X Alex?
I do not want to draw Vella Balloon.
Mm-hmm. So the Vella Balloon asks you 3 questions, and I remember like 2 of them, or 1 of them, and then realize I don't feel like going to find them, so I may or may not just stand here for a few minutes while I Google it. Incidentally, the answer is an out-of-tune piano. She's for some reason turned on by baby faces, and her biggest fear is getting fat, which are...
How very 90s.
Yeah. Also, noteworthily, doesn't that reference more or less everything about Alex? I feel like he's definitely an untuned piano. And he supposedly is fat, and he's definitely not a baby face.
Well, I mean, the beard covers the baby face. That's half the reason that people grow beards. They don't like their jawline.
Yeah, but but you can't be a baby face unless you have no beard. If you have the beard, then you're hiding the baby face.
It is a contradiction, but...
Yeah, I'm just going to start Googling it, so we need to talk about something for a few minutes while I desperately try to get the internet to help me and not just find bizarre...
So you don't suffer through the YIIK trials and quiz because you don't remember the Vella lore.
Well, that, and honestly, I just was like, I just want to get things done as quickly as I can so I don't have to, like, waste time because I spent 35 minutes staring at emails.
Because you spent 35 minutes staring at emails and you don't want to fall behind on your recording schedule.
Yeah, because I need to work. I knew you were coming home and you were gonna yell at me if I wasn't done by the time you got home from
you
work.
make such a horrible assumptions on me. You could just say I'm yeeking out.
Yeah, and then you'll make that ugh sound and tell me to hurry up, or else I get the whip.
Or else you get the whip.
I know what I said. I know what you say. You say it all the time.
In your dreams, I guess.
I
don't even
also,
own
every
a
time
whip.
you make me wear that horrible outfit.
Oh, you love that outfit.
I do not like dressing up like a bloodborne hunter, Toll. I've told you this a million times. Alright, here we go. Out of tune piano. Baby faces.
Is this the implication that Alex in this
Getting
reality
fat.
didn't have a beard?
I don't know. Well, so
Kinda fucked up.
was Vella watching that happen?
Yeah, how much awareness does Vella have?
By the way, there's a puzzle there, and then there's a second puzzle, which this younger Vella is just like, I don't know how to play the goobity goo. You have to go find out for me.
I like her hair and the keyboardist Vella.
I think she's supposed to be like a young teenager, maybe. Yeah.
Come on, I wanted to click on the phone, not the tutor.
I was wondering if I could go into the mine dungeon via the mine dungeon and see if I could, like, loop around. You just talk to this dickhead and he just says 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 2 1 3 4 2 3 1 2 3 1 whatever. I don't know how to play the piano.
There's a reason I didn't get very far. There's a reason I didn't get very far in playing the piano myself. There's too many keys.
Anytime I end up making music, it's just all improv, so I got the pianist. Ha ha ha, penis. Ha ha, penis.
Will you now remember how to get the skateboard?
No. Oh, I literally won't remember until the last, like, 5 minutes of the video.
I can't believe that you could have been getting through this so much faster.
Yeah, I could have also been solving multiple puzzles I didn't quite puzzle together. I will definitely be done with the Vella dungeon by the end of the next episode, which I haven't recorded yet because I only got 2 hours in. I will do a lot of fighting, though, because I'm having fun, I'm getting XP, I'm getting blood bags, and that's all shit I need, so... It's also not the terrible experience from before, so...
It's not that horrible fucking dungeon with the pink goo on the ground. You got interesting enemies and good background.
Every fight doesn't take 45 seconds to load into. Every enemy isn't like a generic animation where they go... Rah! And then there's a pause, and then you bring up a little screen, it goes, dodge! And then it slowly comes down. Oh, wait, no, actually, it would bring up the bar, and then it would either go, miss, dodge, or, I think there was another one. Or it would bring up the other shitty mini game, where it's like a stupid face that comes up, and you have to time the block to make the thing hit itself. Except the timing was A, fucked up, it was super sensitive, and, I said A and then didn't, whatever. And most importantly of all, if you inputted too many times, it would, like, input for every single character, so you could fuck the whole thing instantly. And the timing sucked, so it was awful. Oh, fucking terrible. Oh, God. Oh, sometimes there was also a different bar that was worse to use than the other bar, because, I don't know. And the bars, like, the colored lines where you were trying to get it in the range wasn't horizontal, it was diagonal, so it was extra hard to tell where the hell you had to press the button to get it to go. It just sucked. It was terrible. Everything about old YIIK being gone is a good thing because the old combat team sucked ass.
And when you're the only option outside of doing combat is the cutscenes, the old cutscenes, oh boy, not a fun time.
There's still a menu option that's currently crossed out that says you can switch back to the old combat scheme, and I don't know what that means, but I hope it's fake. I don't know why anyone would want to play like that. It was terrible.
Why is that Vella? Okay, I like the idea that she has soul survivors in her set because she has the capacity to banish. And I think that works out really well for her being superior in her own mine dungeon. But why is there a mimic in here?
Yeah. The answer is there are mimics. They
The
could have
answer
at
is
least
anytime there's a chest, there might be a mimic.
they could have at least made this one a little like rocker themed, like gave it like some sunglasses or checkerboard pattern or something. But
They'll just change the color scheme, would have been good.
it's just a mimic. Yet again, proving why Panda Barrier sucks because it gets up far too late to be useful. I don't know why they decided Panda Barrier needs to have a slowed down cast time. Like it's a block.
You should be able to Panda Barrier out the gate once you have the points for it.
Well, yeah, that would be the value of it, but you fucking can't. Unless you were to do some kind of like speed augmentation on Alex, like swap your stats with I think Rory can swap with other people. I think that's meant to be what you're supposed to do with the stat swap thing. Is give somebody else the improved speed stat. I don't know if that's true though. I didn't actually try. I'll have to try that next episode to see if I can get Alec or Michael to shoot like 9 times. Thus we get automatic Michael. Also, I think her keytar does change when you change her equipment, because I don't remember it being yellow before.
Or having a little peace sign on it.
Yeah.
We got a hippie keytar from the hippie. That would have been fun. That would have been cool. But no.
That's
he
just the
talks to
keytar
us.
too.
Ugh. I think it's just the missed opportunities that make me so angry in this game. Thank God it's dead.
Yeah, and it drops nothing but garbage, and inside the box is a $50 and a full heal item that I barely need.
I think that mimics should have something cool. That's like the point of a mimic.
Yeah, I should open it and be like, oh my god, look what I got. Oh, it's $50 and a fucking, essentially what's just a Soma, but in a game in which it's not as useful as a Soma.
Aren't there red enemies?
I don't
like,
know. I was
extra
briefly
angry?
thinking about catting
no.
him, and then I was like, why am I going to cat him? That doesn't make any sense. Here's another good
This
track.
is fucking scary and a very good track for how goddamn scary it is. You've got 3 DOTs on Michael at once, because they know he's got the gun.
And when you have to constantly deal with the early game being like, what if I try to psychically attack you? Being like, oh, this game is filled with good music is so weird.
I like the checkerboard backdrop of this like fight arena thing, but I don't like the floor. It confuses me.
I think it's fine. It's fun. Bang. Yeah, Soul Survivor's still reliably weak to gun, which is very funny.
Thank God.
Maybe that's like
weak to gun, weak to Vella.
Maybe that's a special magic gun, or maybe it just implies that in reality everyone's problems can just be solved with the good old bang bang.
Or just Michael's really good at shooting Soul Survivors because that's what he's been doing? Question mark.
I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way.
Sheep man.
Yeah, Sheep Man. And the music sucks again.
Ah, come on, guys. You were doing so well.
I know. Every fight has been like, oh, this is like a fun theme. And then they're like, hey, do you want to... Do you
want to go to sleep? You want to go to fucking sleep?
You want to just... I'm in bed right now, sitting up, and I want to lay down the moment I hear this and just, like, close my eyes.
The peeking behind the curtain. We have been recording for now an hour and a half. And now we're in the sleepy sheep fight with the fetus.
I was just having, like, the pace was up, the energy was good, and then this fucking plays. Like, why is this even on the combat track list? Why would you do this?
Let's drop the bait.
This is interstitial music.
Yeah, this is something that should be playing while you're looking at the computer or something. Die.
In a conversation, in a mellow conversation with another character. I would have accepted this as being the backing track when Rory was talking about how he lost his sister.
Or when you're talking to Vella about being from another world or something.
Or anytime Alex apologizes for things, this would be good. But no, it's to fight the sleepy animal.
These sheep have some kind of thing where they passively draw cards. It sounds like it would be very annoying if I wasn't doing Superstar Michael. So
yeah, if you weren't ignoring cards as a mechanic for the most part and just shooting them.
Going bang!
I don't remember Michael's gun always being red.
Yeah, it was always red. What are you talking about? I repeatedly pointed out that it's a red revolver, which is a pretty interesting visual design.
But it...
Yeah, so I don't have the skateboard to finish this puzzle, and as such, it's not ultimately necessary.
It's because you're being silly. You don't... I forgot.
I forgot. Look, I don't remember every detail about YIIK. It's hard enough remembering all the shit I do remember.
I'm just trying to use the ladder to hold a button down, is that...
Well, I thought that, like, oh, I could do that. No, it lets you just climb up here. If I recall correctly, you have to skateboard to knock something down, then you climb up here to grab it. I don't fucking remember.
Because you don't even have the skateboard yet.
I realized I don't have the skateboard yet, so I just leave, and all I did really was get some free, sweet, sweet XP.
You got some XP, you got some money.
And blood bags? Oops. Oops. Oops.
No,
Alex,
you're stuck.
oops.
You're stuck. There you go. I remember there being more door pieces, but I don't know. But look, it's the Council of YIIK.
Yeah, jerking off over that poor Essentia. I shouldn't say that we're looking at baby Vella.
Why do you need the blankie? That doesn't make any... You don't even know why you need a blankie.
Look, by the end of the recording, I still don't know why I need it. Finally, a Vella that has comparable emotional capacity to you. Like, weird meta comment, but funny. I think I'm just touching all the doors, trying to remember what the hell I was supposed to be doing.
You're completely missing what you're actually supposed to be doing. It's impressive, really.
I think there's like a hint in the dungeon that's supposed to remind you can do that, but I either didn't talk to them or just never got there in the recording. Who cares? I'm a genius.
You're a genius, and you're gonna go run around in the mine dungeon now. You could have got... You need... The moment you have the skateboard, you'll have access to so much.
Like 3 or powers or something. God, that music immediately made me sleepy. I was mostly just like, I need to level up and get the blood bags. Look, we're at level 15, so now we get the weird doll encounter.
Sorry. I did not know you were here. You could have knocked. I was in the back room in the stacks. As you can see, no one visits here. No one except the dungeon master. And he hasn't visited in almost a year. Excuse me, but perhaps you have mistaken this for another floor? This is the library. I can't imagine you're here to read all these old books.
I am. I love reading old books. I've been reading the Discworld books recently. Well, listening to audiobooks, but whatever.
Which one have you been on?
Are you?
I started on the first one, Sorcery, I think it is.
The Color of Magic is the first.
Color of Magic, that was it. I haven't gotten too far into it because I realized I own the most recent copy of the Spellmonger saga and started consuming that.
Right? Good. Anyway,
I have to do something besides paying attention to the news.
Oh, Crow told you.
I wish I could stop paying attention to the news because there's TVs up in the cafeteria where I work, and I am nearsighted, but I don't wear glasses while I'm at work, so every once in a while I have to, like, nudge my coworker and say, hey, Donald Trump's on the screen, and it says breaking news, but I can't actually read what the headline says. Can you please read it to me?
Is the war happened? Has he finally declared the war?
It's a tariff nonsense, mostly.
Yeah, that's because that's the game he's playing to keep people from paying attention to the fact that multiple large-scale industries and federal branches have been completely disarmed.
Yeah. Though, the thing I do get to enjoy, because other than financial news, I also get to watch ESPN all day, and so I've been seeing just the misery of the Chiefs for losing the Super Bowl, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Yeah, that Kendrick thing was sure funny. But we could not be timing this, or aging this any worse. If you didn't see the Kendrick thing, you should go watch it. It was very interesting and also deeply anti-Trump in a way that no Trumper would have ever caught on to because they don't understand subtext. I assume no Trumpers would be on this video for obvious reasons.
Especially we've made it pretty clear that they shouldn't be here.
Yeah, obviously. Like, hey, did you know that America's bad is how I would describe that entire thing. That and him getting to ape on fucking Drake so badly that I have never thought of a man losing harder than Drake. He lost so hard that everyone started calling him a pedophile in front of tens of millions of people at the Super Bowl.
They're all singing along.
Certified lover boy, certified. What?
It was great. It was great. I want to watch it again.
Oh, maybe we will. At least we'll. Oh, fuck, that one song did all that damage to me. At very least, we'll probably listen to the song again, because it's a good song. Funny to think about, though.
It's got a great dance beat, and it fucking killed a man.
Uh-huh.
Not yet,
Killed a
no.
man who I never liked to begin with, so that benefited me. All I can do is imagine Trump up there looking down at it and thinking about how many slurs he must have said. I'm sure Trump, as X, has told the forbidden white man slurs.
Is this where you figure it out?
I don't know. I hope so, because fucking ow. Look how much damage they did before I could even act. I shouldn't sit back. God damn it. Sorry. If I suddenly sound distant, listeners, it's because I got sleepy.
You have to sit up. If I have to sit up for this, so do you.
I know. I just...
I know. I want to, too, but I'm not yawning into the microphone.
I'm not yawning into the microphone. I'm yawning upwards.
Yeah.
I can also mute my own yawns, but I don't know. Maybe they're charming. ASMR sleepy trans girl talks to you for 45 minutes about why Dark Souls 2 is the best game.
I think that should be the title of your Dark Souls 2 video.
Yeah, maybe. The way that she squints at Bella implies Vella does not like Bella.
Yeah, that's a unique expression. I think I don't remember her making that face.
No, she always makes that when she's bleeding.
Oh, it's
Once
the bleeding.
again, you're inattentive. You always notice the strangest details.
There's a lot happening in this combat, and I am not the one actually playing it. I don't have the best grasp.
Yeah, but you've watched 10 episodes of YIIK now, and you just was like, hey, is Michael's gun always been red? You're bad with details, dear.
Let's drop the bass.
It's fine, I'm bad with details, but in a different way. Mostly I can't remember faces too good.
I can't remember faces too good. Don't notice when the text on a shirt has been mirrored.
Well, admittedly, why the fuck would I be looking at Alex at any given moment?
Well, you're supposed to be studying him under a microscope, like a bug.
Look, I want this to be the Let's Play that lets me stop thinking about YIIK. At the end of this, I want to feel purified, and then I'll start working on one of the other projects, like Hardcore Breakthrough, which will be me playing games on their hardest difficulties and trying to talk about, like, the consequences of idiots getting into contact with games and then deciding things that have nothing to do with the developer's thoughts. Probably start with Nier Automata. That, or I'll make videos reviewing animes, because I'm an anime snob, and most anime YouTubers are, I have nothing I can say here that won't antagonize someone, so I will say nothing.
You're looking at the hornet's nest and deciding against it. Oh, that's great.
I don't even, let's just move on. Yeah, I think B-Girl Vella and Soul Survivor Y should kiss with tongue and stuff, Stoppy style. Well, you don't agree?
Sorry, I was jamming out because I quite like this track. I think I agree with you, but I also really want to know why Vella is in that really cute outfit in the Soul Space.
Sure, I think it's just meant to be her outfit pre-coming here, but I don't really know. The important detail is you have to choose one of these two girls to draw, and I'm going to draw the other one. These nice, fine ladies.
Why did you just decide to talk to her from behind?
I was trying to see if she had a second line of dialogue, and I also wanted to get a better look at her. She's wearing not a slinky, but a nice black dress.
I believe it's called a bodycon, but I might be wrong.
I don't fucking know. All I know is how to goon to things. I don't know the details.
You also don't know how to get the skateboard.
Born to goon, or live to die, suffer to watch the skateboarding Vella run around. And to give myself some credit, since you're trying to fucking kick me, I do figure it out of my own volition. It just occurs to me at some point.
In the next 15 minutes.
At some point, my brain just goes, "Hey, wait a minute. Let me in, let me in, let me in. I want to know what's in that room. Let me in, let me in, let me in, in. Let me in, let me in, let me in, in. You clearly love him. Let me in, let me in, let me in,
Yeah, Alex certainly wouldn't be normal about being told that. I guess he's trying.
Yeah, he's certainly trying to be normal. What am I doing? Wait, can I come in now?
Not being normal about the room, that's what you're doing.
I have to talk to Jill. I don't know what I'm doing, though. Ah, there, I figured it out. Good evening, welcome to Valhalla. Can I get you something for the nerves? Maybe a gut punch? We're out of Bronson extract, though. Haha, Valhalla reference. Doesn't read like Jill at all, though.
Does it not read like Jill because they were rushed to put this in, or because they didn't play Valhalla?
No, I think it's because she's not written by the creators of Valhalla. It's written by the Allenson brothers, and they don't actually know that much. I'm convinced they probably played the game. I hope they did. It's a good game. Yeah, this is where you're supposed
This is where you get that.
This is where you're supposed to find out the information. Also, it says a handsome type, but I immediately thought Chris Hansen?
No.
I don't know who else it would be. Look, a cattail. It's just equipable, it doesn't matter. However, it continues my statement about Catgirl Alex.
I think it's Catman Alex.
I didn't even, pay attention. So I didn't realize that what I'm supposed to be doing in here is killing all the enemies. I just naturally started killing them because, I don't know. I thought I was looking for a crate to bring back to her. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy thinking about B-Girl Vella and Evil Vella here.
I mean, B-Girl Vella is very distracting. And they keep putting skimpily dressed women in front of you. How are you supposed to keep track of the plot?
Hey, Toll, am I back yet?
You are back.
Okay, good. I don't know if you were saying anything, but it's fine. I blabbed about how... whatever.
I think I was talking about the fact that you nearly killed Vella taking so long on that turn.
It's fine. What?
And how you keep getting distracted by all the scantily clad women. Because you're a gamer. So why are you moving these cards around? What are you thinking?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know why I handed off the prince. I think it's because most of the time Alex doesn't have any opportunity to do an attack, so I thought that Vella would be the good one to use the prince. Especially considering she keeps fucking going down, because I only have 2 of those HP cards. That music to fuck to volume 1.
I hate that baby. I hate that baby so much.
You don't like Trump Baby?
I don't like Trump babies. They're like weird rankles.
Donald Trump.
As is his original last name.
If they like the dead made me, why am I not allowed turnabout? Oh, because we were supposed to turn the other cheek. We're supposed to go high when they go low. Bullshit. By the way, if anyone ever tells you that, that's just them attempting to disarm you of an argument. Like, if somebody, as an example, if you're on somewhere shitty, like Reddit or Twitter or whatever, and somebody is actively insulting you to your face, and then you throw an insult back, they'll be like, oh, now you're being rude? That really shows you don't have a valid argument, but they literally could have called you
So long, Bowser!
5 seconds before that? That's just proof of an invalid argument. They're attempting to rile you up and then claim, you're emotional about me saying that you shouldn't have rights and should be put in a camp?
I mean, it's an abuse of debate rhetoric.
Yeah, it's just playing a trick.
Oh,
Look at chubby Vella. You should have stepped on it and it just brought up the letters fat. Wow, you're really fat. I feel better. Except he's not. He's like jacked, but whatever. Yeah, that's a common debate rhetoric tactic. By the way, listener, if you want to hear my favorite piece of advice I could give you about debate rhetoric, is if you're having some kind of dumb argument on the internet and they make argument A, you make a response to argument A, and then they suddenly have argument B, don't follow them along, because they're just going to keep doing that. Stop right there and say, no, 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 we're discussing A, either respond to my response or we're done here, because they'll immediately go fucking berserk. A lot of people you interact with who aren't, bots, people who are part of Russian troll farms or American troll farms, as there's a lot of them, you should look that up and find out about that, because it's something else. When somebody is playing that game, they are typically, if they aren't one of those things, they are typically somebody who is doing what I refer to as boxing your shadow. They aren't looking to have a legitimate conversation with you. They are looking for someone to provide them a sort of a straw man that they're going to argue against while ignoring whatever you say. Another great example of this is you can make a really eloquent, paragraph of response to their information, then they will cut out one sentence, respond to that, and claim victory. If somebody does that, do not play along with it. Immediately say, hey, you're taking my argument out of context, either respond to it in full or no. And that will shut them down, because they aren't looking to have a conversation with you. They need you to be there so they can essentially jerk themselves off. The reason why they're doing it is varied, but usually the logic behind it is that because they are engaging in a process that they know is inherently wrong in some part of their little brain, they are attempting to constantly reinforce the belief that, no, I'm right. Everything's okay. I'm okay. I'm right. Nothing is wrong. And by doing this process, they can effectively purge themselves of doubts. It's a form of what's that thing that religious people do where they whip themselves?
Penance?
Penance. It's a form of penance. They're trying to, to go through the fire. Prove what... I talked to those crazy leftists, and they said X, Y, and Z. But in reality, they weren't paying attention to what they said. So an argument about how, there are a lot of cases in which abortion is necessary, and ultimately any claims that people are having abortions for fun is either not real or some bizarre outlier case where some leftist was trolling them and being like, yeah, I love getting abortions. I get 6 abortions a week. They're fucking with them. And now they're taking it authentically because they have no understanding of subtext. And because of that, there's no way to actually win. Most of the time, if you're engaged in those kinds of rhetorical arguments, you are not going to convince them. There is no point in trying to. What your actual goal should be is to prove them wrong so totally that onlookers who are not convinced recognize they're an idiot. Because then you've at least convinced somebody who matters, because the person you're talking to is either A, completely inauthentic, or B, actively stupid. And I could talk about this for a while. I spent a lot of my, about the 2016 to 2022, just in some of my free time, 1 or 2 hours a day, getting into arguments with people, attempting to, figure out why people are like this, and then perceive which subcultures amongst the right wing exist and what is unique to their personalities. And boing!
Look, you got it.
I did get it. And I'll tell you a few things of note, maybe later in a different episode, but one thing I will tell you that's very interesting is that the people who consume that rhetoric, since it's so constantly reinforced and usually with the same basic scheme, because these people aren't clever, if somebody consumes Jordan Peterson, you can tell, because they talk like him. They use his arguments, they use his terminology, and they act that way. And once you are able to recognize what brand of idiot they are, you can go, oh, this is a Ben Shapiro type. They're always going to start arguments with, let's say, and engage in these, how do I put it? Engage in these imaginary arguments and reframe things and use massage data. Your Steven Crowder types don't even have an opinion. They're just loud and angry. Or not an opinion. They don't have a formed opinion. They just have a loose, I don't like that thing. and they're just quoting whatever he said.
They're quoting what he said and want to make you look like a loser.
Your Alex Jonesers are going to be shotgunning bullshit at you, but none of it's real. And you can tell pretty quickly. And once you start to catch on to that, you can A, make a more educated response, and B, something you can do is look past them and talk to the person they idolize and say, oh, you're a Jordan Peterson, aren't you? Well, Jordan Peterson is A, crazy person, he's nuts, and I can think of lots of amazing examples, and B, reason, your argument is inauthentic, la, and then they will lose and give up. Or they will immediately engage in something like, if they can't move the goalpost, they're instead going to try to take their ball and go home. But as long as you preemptively say, I'm not playing to begin with, they lose. They just look like a dummy. And that is ultimately what the centrist, leftist types should be doing if they are, quote unquote, going against the right. Of course, most centrists don't actually want to do that. That's not why people become centrists. By the way, centrism isn't real. It just means you're not paying attention. Either you're a leftist who doesn't realize it, but like have a cringe moment against some woman who had blue hair and badly formed opinions. So now you don't want to be like related to them. Or you're just a right winger who knows that if you tell someone you're a right winger, they're going to go, oh, you're some kind of flavor of Nazi? And yeah, that's like a whole conversation.
Look, man, it's your once a recording session attempts to get into that fetus.
Yeah, every time I'm like, I have the skateboard, so I'm like, maybe if I wiggle the skateboard, I can get through the wall. The answer is, I briefly get caught in the truck a little bit, but no. Yeah, I could go a lot about, like, the average perceptions of idiots. A lot of your YouTuber types who make videos, like, talking about Matt Walsh or Peterson or whatever, they'll make a lot of really good points, and they can be very interesting videos talking about like rhetorical styles of argument and how yada 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 yada. But something you'll never see is people talking about the followers and how the followers behave, and I think that's something in particular that's really interesting because the influences of those people are way more influential on them than you would see from other forms of political groups. Like, something leftists watch a new video and form all their entire personality around it is like a meme, but it's not really true. What is true, however, is that Matt Walsh says something and then all of his little fans immediately start aping those opinions one to one. I watch a lot of Some More News and agree with a lot of the opinions of Mr. Cody Shoddy. Doesn't mean I agree with everything, and I do not have the same formed opinions as him. I also have a wider understanding than whatever he told me. But someone who consumes Alex Jones only understands that, like, FEMA is actually ignoring white people, and if you're a Trump supporter, they were letting you burn during the wildfires or drowning in the droughts, whatever. They're the bad people, and they literally don't have further information. They just never looked. Michigan, now is not the moment, sweetie. I'm yelling.
But she wants to yell with you.
No, it's Tuna. She found the stick and she's trying to be like, you stop recording, come play with me. Stop arguing with ghosts. That's what I'm doing. I know I'm a crazy person, listener. I'm just more sane than them. By the way, if you've ever wondered this, are those people ever going to get better? I forgot to level up. I'm an idiot. Unfortunately, the answer is no. In a majority of cases... Sorry, go on.
They have to recognize that something is wrong and want to get better and go through the trials in doing so, which is hard.
And when you have been constantly fed media that reinforces the fact that you shouldn't change your mind, you shouldn't alter your opinions, you should exist as you currently exist. Everything's okay. You can go to sleep. It becomes extra hard to recognize it as there's a fallacy, sunken cost, that sunk cost? Yeah, sunk cost. Eventually why are we talking about this? Why do I do this? I'm sorry, listener. We're supposed to be playing YIIK.
I mean, YIIK wants to talk about serious topics, so we're going to talk about serious topics over YIIK. But thank you for watching. Please
Yeah, I'm
like,
not gonna
comment,
let
and
my-
subscribe. I am cutting this off here because I am tired, and we've had this conversation before.
Well, yeah, but we've never had it on air. We haven't even gotten to the part about how we should blow up all the